Dang, where's Shaggy when you need him? Because this is his guy, James Harden and Daryl Morey. I don't even know if I spelled Daryl's name right. That's unfortunate. But Daryl Morey and James Harden are pretty cool. They cool peoples, right? We knew that
We
was
thought
one
he
of the main
was.
reasons he went to the 76ers was because him and Daryl Morey are good friends. That's his folks. That's his people. James Harden wants out. He has wanted out of the 76ers organization for a few months now, to no avail. He has not gotten traded, and they are not looking to trade James Harden. They are expecting him to be in training camp. They are. I didn't make sure that's what it's called. They are looking forward to him to being in training camp. They're looking forward to him playing for the 76ers this year and making a run for a championship. James Harden called Daryl Morey a liar, y'all. The man is lying. I guess lying about we're going to get you out of here. We're going to make it happen. Now all of a sudden Daryl Morey is like, nah, I'm good. Like an Indian giver, blackjack, no trade back kind of thing. He's not trying to have him give away. Listen, let me ask y'all a question. If y'all were the 76ers, how would you handle the James Harden situation? And it's tough because for me, I mean, I don't know if him and Daryl Morey had Daryl. Why I say
Morey.
Daryl.
Daryl Morey.
Is it Daryl?
I think it's Daryl.
It's Daryl Morey.
Daryl.
I mean, sure, you just got some country in your voice. You got a little.
It's Daryl Morey. Daryl. It's Daryl Morey. I think maybe him and Daryl probably had something. This is why Harden is pissed. They probably had this conversation before Harden came, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's my friend, it's my folks. If I want out at some point, bro, like we, you know what I'm saying? This is the deal. This is what it is when I come in. And so if this was me, I mean, I would have to like stand on my word. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't double back like that, man. And now you're going to have a player. Listen, James Harden very much seems like the type of person that will sit for an entire season. That is the vibe I get from James Harden. He done made plenty money. He ain't going to be missing no one season bag. And he's the type of player that even if he does sit a season and they decide to, finally send him shipping or packing next year, he'll get with a team. Like, he's not going to go unsigned. So tell me, you holler at me first, Lou. Let me go to Gunnels. Holler at me first, Gunnels. What would you do if you were the 76ers? I mean, how would you handle this James Harden situation?
Oh man, it's a very tough situation to say the least. If you're the Sixers, you're in a window right now where you're competing for a championship, and we know that Joel Embiid, he has an injury history. He did just win MVP this year, but you can't waste any more years of him because you just never know. Knock on wood, he could just break down eventually. I mean, he's a 7-foot guy that has some knee problems, so every year is very vital if you're Philadelphia, and I think you got to try to make amends because I'm not sure what you get in return from James Harden will be enough. And I'm not even sure if right now the way you're constructed is enough, but I know you're closer than you are if you were to trade him just for a couple of 2 or 3 role players. You're not going to get a star back for James Harden at this point of his career. So you got to try to make amends. I saw that Joel Embiid took out Philadelphia in his location in his bio on Twitter. So I think it's definitely some
Embiid
things.
Did that?
Yeah, he took out Philadelphia in his bio, so he has no location right now. I don't know if he changed it back since we started, but he did that yesterday. So yeah, man, I think they need to have a sit-down conversation between those 3. Probably Doc needs to be there too. Well, Doc's not even there anymore, is he?
No, he's gone.
He got fired.
Doc
Yeah,
on ABC.
Yeah, Doc's not even there anymore. So yeah, they need to have a big powwow meeting and try to fix it.
Who is their head coach? Is it Nick Nurse?
They got Nurse. Yeah, they got Nurse now. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I gotta get used to that. We're so in football mode right now.
I know, right? That's crazy. Yeah.
I think they can work it out, man, and just try to convince them that this is the best chance you got to compete for a championship. You're in the East. You got Boston in there, Milwaukee, Miami. If they get Dame, I think would definitely be a legit contender. They still are now.
Ain't getting Dame, dog.
Listen.
I said Miami.
Oh, okay.
Listen to what Kenny said. The Sixers might as well help Portland and Miami and work out a 3-team deal. What y'all think about that?
Yeah.
If the Sixers is not going to help out Miami to put
Why would they
Dame
help
in
out
Miami.
Miami?
They're not
Yeah,
gonna
why
do
would
that.
they
Yeah,
do
they're
that?
not gonna do it, but
That
they
don't make
should.
sense.
I
They
mean,
competing against them. Why would I help y'all get better? Mm-mm.
Yeah, but I mean, like I
man.
said, with James Harden, they're still top 4 in the East, right? But at worst, they're behind Miami, Milwaukee, and Boston. They're still a top 4 team in the East.
Yeah, I agree with you, Mark. I
Yeah.
agree.
Lou, I know this ain't what you like to do. But talk to me, man. What you
Hey,
thinking?
listen,
What you thinking about this James Harden? Would you like James Harden in Miami?
Hell no.
Wow, that's what I thought he was gonna say. Hell yeah, that's crazy.
Nah, hell no.
James Harden does not fit Heat culture at all.
Not at all.
James Harden don't have that 6% body fat that they talking about. You have about it. That's crazy.
And first of all, I mean, he getting passed around the NBA more than the Kardashians, but we ain't even gonna go there.
Wow,
But nah, I think
that was a bar.
I think one of the things that James Harden has to realize, he got $36 million coming to him next season, right? And so while Daryl Morey may have been trying to trade him, probably nobody wanted to touch that because you got an agent, James Harden, where he's like 33 or something now, and he has an injury history at this point. And then we see what happens when he doesn't want to be somewhere. They don't want to take on that $36 million headache. And so while Daryl Morey may have tried to trade him, it may just didn't come to fruition because he opted into his contract thinking that he was going to get traded. But if I'm the Sixers, like Mark said, you know, their championship window is open right now. So you trade away James Harden, you might slam it closed. That's pretty much what Brooklyn did when they traded him away. They slammed the door. So it's like either you do that or you stay trying to contend. And I think that's where Morey's head is right now, especially since he probably wasn't able to get rid of that contract. So, I mean, at this point, they're stuck with James Harden. James Harden might show up to camp in the fat suit. So they got to be prepared for that because y'all know, like I said, y'all know how he does when he doesn't want to be somewhere. We've seen it multiple years now.
You on mute, Shooter? We can't hear you.
Does Harden ever play with Philly again, Shooter?
Can I? Oh, okay. I'm answering
yeah,
this
go ahead.
question.
Say what you gotta say, but I need y'all to
okay.
answer that question.
Well, I'll make mine quick. First of all, Harden, you've been lying. You've been lying for a while because you ain't been showing up when they needed you the most. You lied in Game 6. You lied in Game 7 last year. You lied in Brooklyn, and you lied your last few years in Houston. But at the same token, with Daryl Morey, like, would you give a player $40 million? They can't show up when you need them the most. The Sixers had 2 chances to finish that series in Boston, and Harden didn't show up in both games. So would you give a player $40 million? You're not showing that you're really trying to win. So I get it. Until you're answer your question, Shooter, you asked, is Harden going to stay in Philly? I think he does stay in Philly because, like CeeLou said, who wants to pick up that $36 million contract for a player that can't stay healthy, but at the same token, don't know if he's going to show up when you need him the most in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Harden he's too inconsistent for me now. That where Harden is he's still a good player, but when you need Harden the most, nowhere to be found.
I was gonna ask y'all, where did this come from with James Harden? You know, we saw where he was hungry. He wanted it. He wanted to win a championship. If I have to be honest, I think I saw him kind of be on the type time that he's on now when he didn't win that second MVP.
I agree.
Like he was kind of like in his bag about that. Like it's kind of like it is what it is. It's whatever at this point when he didn't win that second MVP.
Yeah, that's when he started that beef with Giannis.
Yeah, like where is this energy coming from where he's no longer that guy? I mean, arguably, people have him in the top 5 shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? Conversation. Like it's some people that want to put him over.
And he's fifth. He's fifth in that conversation.
The newly Hall of Famer Dwayne Tyrone Wade Jr.
Shout out D Wade.
Let me make sure I throw that in there. Shout out to Tony Parker.
Congrats to Flash, man.
Shout out to Dirk Nowitzki.
My man Paul Gasol put some respect on his name.
Becky Hammond. We got to give a shout out to the HOFers. You know what I'm saying? This past weekend. Plenty more. Of course, congratulations to them. But there are people that put James Harden, in that top conversation. Lou, I know that you don't want to hear, but there are people that do that. When did he become?
Oh no, I said he's the 5th. He ain't over D Wade. He can be the 5th. That's cool. He ain't over D Wade.
I don't even know. Is he over Iverson?
No.
Because here's the deal.
No, in my opinion, no.
But this is why now, because of his recent stuff. We didn't have to worry about this with Iverson, bro. You know what I'm saying? Iverson was going to show up. You could depend, obviously, when age started getting to you, you know, you can't depend on folks like you want to because of their age. But this was never a narrative with Allen Iverson. This is starting to become a narrative with James Harden. Where the hell did this come from? Where did this start?
Like they said, when he didn't win that MVP,
When he win that, I'm with you, Shooter. When he didn't win that second MVP, a lot did change. His attitude towards the game changed.
He won it out of Houston. Then he got to the Nets.
Hanging around little baby all the time too.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah. He started. Started hanging around little baby, going to the shakies. Yeah, he was at the shakies.
Yeah,
he was
at
the
shakies. I think it could have been. It could have been that. I don't know. All I know is this narrative is bad. I don't think he has any leverage. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all said, there isn't anybody that's gonna want to pick up the tab. Anybody else want to give there if James Harden is going to be in Philly? Do y'all think that he gets traded with everything? Like, talk to me.
I think he's still going to be in Philly.
Yeah, I think he stays in Philly. He should have opted out of that contract and just
exactly
left
when he had the chance.
He was afraid he wasn't going to get that $36 million nowhere else.
But he wanted that money.
Yep.
And now you stuck.
Yeah.
You gotta see that through, my boy.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I think that Harden. I don't think he'll. I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I think he might sit. Like he just don't care no more. You know what I'm saying? Like he.
You think he's gonna miss out on $36 million?
That's a lot of money.
Wait a minute. If he sits, he don't get paid.
Hell no.
They're gonna fine him. They're gonna do exactly what they did to Ben Simmons and fine his ass.
For sure.
He might play, but you ain't gonna get nothing from him.
Oh yeah, he gonna wing it for sure, Shooter. He gonna wing it.
He gonna play like those last two playoff games against Boston. He gonna play just like that.
He gonna wing it so he can get that $36 million. I'm with Mark. 36 million. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's a lot of money.
He's gonna do the bare minimum.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And to get that $36 million, because like y'all said, he ain't about to miss out on that. All right, cool. I mean, you know, we had to spin the block in the association again. Shout out to all the Hall of Famers.